Hi folks, this is a video to talk about parts management and ECOs and stock parts, etc. So the part that we're looking at here is for these Caterpillar brackets. Now the drawing shows a shear grab on it, but it's just the two brackets. So the current revision of this drawing is C. There is no part drawn there for the individual parts. So in here you'll notice that we've loaded in the parts, but there's no revision, so I'm going to add a new revision. So we're going to click C, and then Tab, Shift, another C. Whenever you've keyed that in, you can go check out revision. So whenever you're checking these out, you have to pick where you're putting them to. So we've got these three groups at the moment, four groups. Going forward, don't do any text, just put in 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be faster for you because you can just type the 1 in here as opposed to all that. Hit OK, and then you can do two things. If you're only doing 1 or 2 changes, that's fine. You can click here, take you to the engineering workbench, or you can go to your screen and go into the engineering workbench that way. It depends pretty much how many parts you're working with at any one time. So here's the assembly, and you'll see at the moment we have no operations and no materials. Okay, so we're going to go here and we're going to add an operation. So each left and right hand bracket will be individually painted, and their final operation will be completed at that stage. This operation, this drawing, is pulling the left and the right hand together. So this is actually a final assembly operation only, and I'm guessing these, but let's say 20 minutes to fit them, and we're doing we can back flush or we can do quantity only. Save that, and then we need to bring in the materials. So the materials for this SG, sorry I meant to type, we can type the part numbers in, entirely up to you. SGCAT 001-01A. Oh, I haven't added that part yet. Okay. Delete material. I'm going to go back to part, and I'm going to put in the new SGCAT 01-01A. Hit tab. It'll tell me that it's not in the system, so I'm going to add it as a new. So this, it'll flag up description. We're about to put that in. That's a long bloody description. Let me just get the PDF of this drawing. It means I can copy it. So the search word comes up as the first word pretty much in the section, but we're using for these particular products SGBRA, and it's a manufactured part. Group, shear grab, class, shear grab. So it's an HHH count, and it's currently a non-stock item. Sorry, it's currently not a non-stock item. If you were to click this item here, it means it's non-stock, which means that every single time you go to get an order for it, you're going to make direct. So whenever we say, this is a bad word, hard for me to describe, but that means that we can set up min-max values for it whenever this is unticked. So it just means that if we wanted to manage the stock of this, we can say, right, what's the min-max, and then keep a stock of these painted in the backyard or whatever, and then the shipping team can go grab them, bolt them on, and that will drive resupply. So we're going to click save on that. On let's zoom out. We're currently on. Have to hit save. We're going to add a new revision. So this is A. And then we're going to check out that revision. We're going to take it to this particular screen, hit OK. We can go to engineering workbench through that way. So here's the right. I have to refresh the screen there to get up the 01A is the one I'm looking at. So you'll see here, but no operations and no materials. So this one here, we're going to add an operation. So this is the assembly of this. So the first one would be weld. Maybe give them 2 minutes to tack it up. We want to back flush it. Add another operation. Then it's weld robot. $5 minutes to do that. I'm guessing these, of course. Back flush, save, and then under materials, we need to add a material. So we're going to zoom in here if I can. Okay, we don't have that component loaded, so I wasn't as prepared as I thought. I'm going to take that out. Basically, the AppyCore screen won't let you do silly things. So I'm going to paste that HA part number in. I don't have it, so I'm going to say add it as new. It always does that. So this first part is the cat flanking plate. I would always call these SGBRA. It's a manufactured part. It's H, so and I'm going to hit save and add a new revision. Okay, the revision of this is A. So capital A, Shift Tab A, checkout revision, put it into your ECO group, and then we can go to the engineering workbench. And again, you need to hit refresh here. So there's the HA part, which we haven't done any work on. Operations, we're going to say you can go laser or plasma. So I believe these are done on the laser. I'll give it 2 minutes to cut that. Now, going forward, we're going to be doing not so much maybe for laser, but certainly for, say, the turning shop and saw shop. In here, if we say backflush, that's assuming that we are only going to make the quantity that's called for on the order. But for these creation operations, we're going to say quantity only, which means that if Arthur's team or the saw team do make more than 2, MES will ask them to key in the quantity made, which means that if they do make more, it goes in the system for later call off. So after that part's made on the laser, that's that bit done. Save that. And then under materials, we have to go new material, and we're going to do part search. And this is what grade estate is that? S275. S275, and I know if I go -10, that's how I put it all in. Hit OK. And there's one. And coincidentally, you need to go here and click this screen, and then you get up this attribute sets button. It's the only way to do it. So we'll click this, and I know that this part is 550. Now if I search for this, this will only bring up attributes that are 550, but I'm looking 550 by 228. 550 by 228. So that means that I brought in a lot of the XY dimensions from the costings. So that gives me the attributes 550 by 228. This brings in the length, number of pieces, and that's the number of square meters. So we can hit save. So that's the material added. So I can go here and I can go view costs. So for this sheet steel part, we've now got the part and the sheet steel. So you've got labor, material, overhead, because we put in an overhead rate for that machine. So this part here, you can reorganize your columns and save it. I did this so I can see that this particular part costs us £10.22. So whenever we've done that, you click on the top level thing and go approve and check in. Now that enables me just to approve and check in that one part number, and I can hit OK. That would mean that if we go back to this part where we had this part where we had the welding operation in it, we could now go into materials and add, I wonder if it's still on my clipboard, HA. So I can now go in and add that for this left hand stroke right hand bracket, there's one of them. Save. So that means that for this assembly, although I haven't completed it, I can go view costs, and you can see that this cost is now rolling up, where you've got the HA part in it and the assembly cost in it. And if I double click that, you'll get the total cost rolling up. But again, that assembly is not complete. That needs to be further entered. but that's basically how to cover the engineering activities and method of manufacture. Slightly longer video, but this needs to be clearly understood.